going on? You know who this is, it's AlTone, and welcome to, haven't done this in a while, technology unboxing. Oh my goodness, you have no idea how happy I am today. So you guessed it, it is a late model 2017 iMac. 27-inch with the 5K Retina display, and I'm so happy to have this machine because you have no idea how much I've been struggling trying to edit videos for you. And so this, and I imagine you've seen tons of mistakes in some of the videos I've edited in the past. And so just to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing. My current machine is a late 2012 iMac 27-inch. I'm not going to run through all of the specs because of the fact that you can go on Apple and check those specs yourself. But I will tell you the ones that I think that are most important to me. So it has a 2.9 gigahertz processor. It originally came with 8 gigs or basically 2 gigabyte sticks of 1600 megahertz DDR3. 1 terabyte of storage, which is full. And when you're doing music and video, you know for a fact that it is easy to fill a 1 terabyte drive. The graphics card is an NVIDIA GeForce, GTX 6600, which only has 512 megabytes of memory. Outside of that, the display is a 2560 by 1600 resolution. You know about the speakers, you know about everything else. There is pretty much to know, with the exception of the 2012 had 2 Thunderbolt ports on the back. And you know the new Thunderbolt 2 ports are basically, they're like mini, I think they're also called mini USB 3 or USB-C. So the transfer speed is much faster on those than it was on the original Thunderbolt 1 ports. So, there's a lot of things that this machine is going to give me. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted, and I've been dreaming about, the iMac Pro. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. And of course, you know my colors. My colors are black and gray, black, white, red, shades of gray. So having that, that gray, that graphite gray iMac Pro sitting on my desk would have been awesome. But the brother can't afford $5 grand. All right? So I do want to get into this unboxing for you, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what the difference was. And of course, this particular machine, again, 27-inch iMac, late 2017. It has a 3.8. I did not get the 4.2. This has a 3.8 gigahertz Intel, the quad-core Intel i5, and it does come with 2 8 gig sticks of memory, which I will be upgrading. I'm going to throw 2 more 16s in here to take me up to 40 gigs of RAM, which my original machine has. I upgraded and it has 24 gigs of RAM in it. So this one's going to have more RAM in it, and faster RAM essentially than the other machine does. It has a 2 terabyte Fusion drive. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, for those of you who are questioning me right now, yes, I have external drives that I store my videos on, and I've got external drives that I actually edit from. And one of them connects to my Thunderbolt connector on the back of my original iMac so that I get a little bit faster speed from it. I've got 2 4 terabyte drives and 2 1 terabyte drives. And the one of those 1 terabytes actually is what I used to originally download my videos into, and one of my 4 terabyte drives I actually used to store. I actually store every video that I've ever created in that 4 terabyte drive, because Who knows? I might need it again someday, or at least might want to take clips from some of my previous videos. So that's essentially what I do, and that's how I store my equipment. So, and I have one drive that I actually travel with. That's a 1 terabyte. This one, of course, does have the 4 regular USB ports, and it also has 2, like I said, Thunderbolt 3 USB-C ports. And I purchased an adapter because I'm going to be using one of those USB-C ports to connect a new monitor, which I picked up. I've got the Dell 32-inch widescreen monitor Dell 32, which I will be doing an unboxing on as well. And so the only thing I don't like about that monitor is it caps out at 1920 by 1080p. So it's beneficial because it's better than the current external monitor that I'm using connected to my iMac now. But I'm going to try it out. If it works for me, I'm going to do all my editing directly from the screen on this Mac and use the other monitor for documents and that kind of stuff that I'm working on, or stuff I'm pulling from the internet and research that I'm doing as I'm working on editing and creating music. So both of them came with a Magic Keyboard and a Magic Mouse, but this one has a Magic Mouse 2. Honestly, I can't tell you what the difference is. I don't know what the difference between the original Magic Mouse and the Magic Mouse 2 is, but I'm going to find out. So with all of that, let's get into this box and take it out. So I'm going to tell you this now. I'm going to take this out of the box, and I'm actually going to set it up here. I'm going to do all of my setup here because I'm not taking my original iMac down until this one is set up. All of my software is there, and I'm ready to do a backup on that one and go ahead and restore my backup to this one. So, and if you're wondering why I'm going through all of this, essentially I was starting to have a lot of issues, especially after High Sierra. My original iMac has had a hard drive replacement. I would have loved to put an SSD in it at the time, but I couldn't afford it. It was too much money. This one, it one day may get an upgrade to an SSD. We'll see. But for the most part, a full SSD drive, 2 terabyte or more. But for the most part, we're going to roll with it the way it is, with only the addition of the 32 gigs of RAM. Once I receive that 32 gigs and I'm ready to put it in, I will do another video just showing how I put the 32 gigs of RAM in here. Also, I will do a actual product review on this 2017 late model as I'm, as I get a chance to start doing some editing, video editing with it, and how it performs versus how my original performed. So I'll be giving you that information. It's going to take a little bit of time before I actually put that information in a video for you, because I want to make sure that I got a good feel for it and I can give you a really good review and my thoughts on how this machine works. So, as you know, a Apple Watch, 2 iPhones, I still have an old generation 2 iPad that I'm still using. I've still got a iPod Classic with 120 gigs of memory on it that I still have, that I refuse to give up because I can play movies on that bad boy. But I haven't tried to update it, or I haven't tried to do anything with it, so I'm not even sure what it can do. I just know that my music is still on it, and I have my entire music library on it. So, in my pocket. That's awesome. And I have a lot of music. So that tells you how diehard I am about Apple products. But anyway, my wife's got an iMac. She's got a MacBook Air. And my work machine is an iMac Pro, MacBook Pro 15-inch, which is on its last leg, but it's the job machine. It's theirs. So eventually I'll replace it with another one. So let's get into this box, shall we? Got my drink here, and we're ready to make this happen. So I'm like a kid in a candy store. And I'm gonna be straight up and honest with you. The only reason why I have this machine, and I'm actually going to do, I did do a review. I did do a video talking about finances. I'm going to do another video because I believe there's some information that I need to share. My credit rating is ridiculously phenomenal right now. I have my excellent credit rating. No matter where you look, my credit rating is excellent. So I want to share with you, if you're interested, how I got my credit rating where it is. It's been that way. I've had good credit most of my life anyway. But I have had some major issues and things that came up that could have really, truly damaged my credit. And it could have been extremely hard for me to recover from. But I was able to recover from those things, and I want to share that information with you in case you have any issues with credit. But like I said, if I could not afford to pay cash for this, I would not have it. I did finance it, same as cash. And so before that same as cash period ends, I will be paying it off. The good thing about that is it also, and this is just a quick tip, it also affects my credit because I'll be making payments over a 3-month period and on time. But also when I pay this off, then that goes up again on my credit rating as something that a commitment that I made in which I held up to and paid off. So anyway, that's just a whole bunch of extra stuff that you probably not even interested in. But let's get into this box. So I already trimmed the top, and it's been a long time since I've opened an Apple machine or Apple equipment. It's been quite a while since I've purchased anything Apple. So, and actually I didn't even need the knife because there's a little tab here that you can just peel off. Oh, there you go. Okay, so this would be Apple, designed by Apple in California. Okay, that's probably my keyboard. I'm sure that that's what that is. Whew, all I know is I don't like the sound of that. That drives me nuts. So my power cord is in here. Okay, that's what happened. Power cord. And let's go ahead and take them completely out of the box. So I can move this box out of the way. Okay, so I was thinking that under here there might be some more accessories or something, but it must be stored inside that. Anything else must be stored inside that phone somewhere. So we're going to take this and go ahead and move it out of the way. And that is gone. So let's go ahead and slide this bad boy back over here. And move that out of the way. Excuse me. And there's nothing else here. And I'm starting to get a little concerned. You mean to tell me that mouse and that keyboard, that's really all it comes with, so there's no reason why the mouse and the keyboard would not be in there. Yeah. So I was like, wait a minute, is it missing something? And there she is, another beautiful sight. It's off. So like I said, my intent is to take it from here. I'm going to go ahead and set up everything. Completely set this machine up from here. And then I'm going to make sure that, because I operate off of Wi-Fi mostly anyway, so there's no need for me to do a lot of other things, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I start this bad boy up, get all of my accounts created. And there she is. She's got a little bit of plastic on the front protecting the screen. And I said this in one of my other videos. I'm a little strange in that when it comes to plastic protecting stuff, I have a tendency to leave it on there for a while. And I got a feeling that it may be a good idea while I have this in here setting it up to leave this plastic on the front. It's not like it's in the way of anything. It's not going to keep me from being able to do anything, so I'm just going to leave it on. The only plastic piece that I need to take off is the plastic that covers the power cord, the power connector, which is right there. And I just took that off. And that's that. Let's set that over there. So that's that. The other connectors down here are not covered. I'll bring it to the side so you can see that. So of course we have a card slot here for USBs, just like the other, just like my 2012. There's not really much of a difference between that one and this one. And then the two USB-C or Thunderbolt 2 connectors right here, which my external monitor will be connected to, and I've already got an adapter for that. And then the network cable, which at some point I may run network cable through my house and try to and get it so that my my computer's connected directly to the internet versus me using Wi-Fi for everything. So this one I will take off. It's not going to scratch this up or anything. So I mean, that quartz countertop is not going to. It's not going to hurt this, and it's not going to get hurt. So now that we've got the iMac out, beautiful, beautiful as always. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really look any different than the other one. You wouldn't even be able to tell the difference looking from the outside what year it is, because they haven't really made any major changes to it. It looks the same as the 2012. There's a possibility you might end up seeing my 2012 on Craigslist. Who knows? I doubt that though. I'll probably be using the 2012 as nothing more than a machine to check my email and stuff like that, and doing documents and that kind of thing. But that's it. So again, power cord, and now we can open up this box, and I'll actually zoom in a little bit so you can see what we have here. And I'm not going to put this close to the edge because there are times that I can be a little clumsy, and I really don't want to knock it down. This table is very clean, and always make sure of that. Like I said, in the box came the power cord, and we're going to go ahead and open these. And of course, as always, there it is. There it is. So, as usual, slides right open, and there you have it. And there it is. Wow. Now that is a difference. The keyboard is definitely different. And it looks to me as if this particular keyboard, you charge it. It has an internal battery, so rather than having to swap batteries out on your keyboard all the time, you can plug it in and actually charge it up, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to have to see if my keyboard cover will work or not on this keyboard, but in the back of it feels funny. So let me move that camera up a little bit. So of course that's the keyboard. Like I said, it's a lot different than the other one. Right here you got a little power on off switch, and I am assuming that's a light to let you know that it's actually working or on. And then, like I said, you got a USB 3 connector there, which again I'm assuming is so that you can charge the keyboard up. Okay, and the Magic Mouse 2. So now that I see that, I believe that the Magic Mouse 2 is the same. You no longer have, and give you a decent look at it, you no longer have, you no longer put batteries in it. You just turn it on, and it looks that there is a connector here to charge it up as well. So that is pretty interesting. I did not know that. That's one thing I didn't know. And what do you know but a charging cable. It actually comes with a charging cable so that you can charge up the keyboard and the mouse. That is ridiculously awesome. Let's see what else. Is there anything else in here? Nope. That looks like it's it. In this little package here is basically a cloth to clean your screen, which is really good. I've got tons of these, and I always keep them because I always have or need to use these. They're fantastic. It's fantastic. And then that's just the case for the mouse, and of course I've got tons of these as well. My little Apple symbols. I'll be taking those, the Apple stickers, and I'll be taking those and putting them somewhere where I show them off to myself. I don't advertise that to everybody else, but I don't stick them like on my car or my truck and stuff, but I'll be putting those somewhere. And that is it. That's what's in the box. That's everything. So this keyboard will not be eating up my batteries. I go to Costco on a regular basis and I buy tons of AA's and AAA's because we have so many devices around the house that use a AA and a AAA battery. To know that this has an internal battery and you can charge it up the same way that you charge up the remote for the Apple TV is absolutely phenomenal to me. And then to know that you can do the same thing with a mouse. Just charge it up. Oh my goodness, that's a big deal to me because anytime I notice that my mouse is running low on power, or I'm in the middle of doing something, I got to jump up and run. The only difference is now, of course, if my mouse gets low on power, I'm going to have to stop using it and plug it in and let it charge up. That's the only thing I can see that I won't that's going to be a little irritating for me. But outside of that, I mean, I like the fact that I'm not going to have to buy batteries anymore. And there you go. So essentially, if I need to, I can charge them up, and I can charge them right up and start using them. You know, or if I get an indication, because what I've noticed is the remote for the TV, if I get an indication that the battery's low, I can still use it for a couple of hours. And just remember to plug them in and charge them up before I go to bed at night, and I'm good to go. And here she goes. On for the first time. There she is, on for the first time. Turn the keyboard and the mouse on, and she is ready to go. So we'll get into the setup now, and like I said, I'll do after I get it all set up and get my office cleaned up and everything out of the way, then I will take her and set her up in my office with a new monitor and give you a review. What I think so far as I'm editing my first video on this Mac. Alrighty. So there you have it, my new iMac 2017 Retina 5K display. I'm looking forward to getting a chance to use it. I'm actually even going to attempt to record some 4K video and edit that out to see how well it handles that when I do my review. I'll try to make sure that I put that in there. If you have any questions or thoughts or anything, drop them in the comments below. Peace!